And hello, everyone,
Hi.
Hello.
and welcome to tonight's session of RNG Presents The Dark Veil.
Got
The
some
Dick
uh,
Bill.
got some Christopher Lee vibes from you there for a second.
Welcome to the Dark Veil.
R.I.P. What a freaking
Yeah.
oh man,
What a
Oh,
madman.
Wait, who?
Sir Christopher Lee.
Oh, I literally missed the name, so I was like, I don't
Oh.
even know who you're talking about.
Oh,
I was off in my head somewhere because I think I was still thinking about the word sussy baka, and it just
don't think
here
about
I
that
am.
word anymore.
It's stupid.
And welcome back.
And welcome back.
That hey, where did all these people come from?
How did I
Tonight's
get here?
stream is brought to you by the Center for Suicide Awareness. It is Suicide Awareness Month, and this month we are dedicating all funds collected to donate to that center. All of our subs and donations and whatnot. Save a life. Have a conversation. Reach out to your loved ones. Make sure they're okay.
Tell someone you love them.
Tell someone you
And
love
mean it.
them.
Give them a hug if you're vaccinated and not sick, I guess, or just not sick in general.
Knuckles is
Kid-
good.
You know what? Do whatever you want.
Smooch them on the mouth.
We don't care.
Consensually. You know what? Oh, forehead kisses. There we go.
That's the move, man. I love me
Never
some
go
forehead
wrong.
kisses.
Especially from the homies. Bring it in, Brinker.
Our stream is sponsored by
Forehead kisses.
Forehead Kisses.
All right.
Bring it in, homies.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
Let it go.
Rick.
Anyways,
And we're back.
and we're back.
Hey, welcome to our stream. Dark Veil presents RNG.
That's what we're called. You nailed it.
Yep.
Oh boy. All right.
All right.
boy.
Boy.
Oh boy. Let us begin the recap.
Do it.
When we last left off, our group of adventurers finishing their journey through the secret tunnels underneath Forte Verus, coming out into an obscured secret tunnel behind what looked like some kind of stone oven or brick oven, into this long abandoned, broken down and disheveled house somewhere within the grounds of Forte Verus. As they began to take a look around, it seemed as though they were not alone in this this area. While this house or this building was pretty small, it seems as though there were more buildings around, as well as these monstrosities. A chimera, a manticore, and a minotaur. It was soon after that the manticore landed on the roof of the building, and through some of the broken down walls, managed to spot them, after which Eric Mugweed cast an invisibility spell, and a game of cat and mouse ensued as they attempted to escape from the clutches of these monstrosities, and eventually making their way and escaping into the night. Soon after continuing a little bit further, they could see the halls of Forte Verus, which is the central audience chamber. This enormous building with these set of double doors, these broken windows that kind of shone light from the inside out, with this magical light that seemed to pierce the dark veil. They could see that it was heavily guarded, and at its throne within this large audience chamber, they saw none other than who they presumed to be Tim the Conqueror. As they began to plot and kind of scout around the area, their invisibility spell ran out, and it was revealed that Dane had acquired some new power through his druidic maturation. If you'd like to describe the look, Dane or Tyler.
It's largely just Dane, but with a certain kind of golden aura, for lack of a better term. Kind of not like in Dragon Ball Z where it's like big around them, but just when there's like just kind of like off their skin just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Hercules when he's godly.
Like Hercules when he's got great reference, perfect example. His normally blue eyes are a straight, bright, like jewel blue, and there's two large wings extending from his back as he has taken the form, as I have taken the form of a Battle Force Dangel, which I love so much. I'm calling it that. It's my favorite.
After discovering
That's
such new powers, and as the party kind of looked at him in awe, they began to devise their plan inside the bushes right up against the audience chamber. It was at that moment they began to see some form, some kind of quadruped, just beginning to roam in their direction, but they began to hear some kind of muttering in that direction as well. And as this figure approached from within the darkness itself, it turned out that it was Pickles.
It was what?
Pickles the pack mule. Quickly making contact with them, it was discovered that Pickles grew bored
I
of
knew it.
having to wait, especially with no indication of where you were going or how long you would be gone. He waltzed in and began to wonder why you were having a bush party without him.
Bush party.
After some discussion with him, and the plan was, disseminated that you were planning to rest and, regain your resources. Pickles asked if you were ready, which you all responded yes, and he promptly knocked on the door of the audience chamber, and you sprinted into the night. And that's where we pick up. Tonight's session of RNG presents The Dark Veil.
Dark Veil.
The Dark Veil.
It'll be the Dead Veil if we keep letting Pickles do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized I'm not at the health that I'd rather be at, but
Oh God.
I mean, I'd rather be at max health. I mean, I'm at north of half, but
I'm north of half. Well,
So I guess
I do
As
have. Go ahead.
as they're running, just this idea comes over Dane for a second, and I mind link with whoever's kind of at the back of the pack. And I say, keep running, I'll catch up. And then I'll turn to face the door and unfurl my wings as wide as I can and draw that great sword and hold it out just kind of right here and wait for someone to come to the door.
Okay. Everyone's sprinting away.
Ah.
A few moments pass. This heroic act seems to be kind of undercut by the amount of time that it actually takes for someone to actually go open the door. You wait for a good solid minute, and while it doesn't seem that long, you're kind of just like, what the heck is going on? Eventually, the doors begin to open. You can see one armed bandit looking out. The darkness of the veil seems to have you completely covered in this moment.
Is there not light coming through the door? I know there was light coming through like the windows before.
The door opens outward, and the direction you guys were in covers that side. So it doesn't like create like this giant like cone in front of it.
I guess I would have been like like I'm making a spectacle. Like I'm waiting for someone to open the door and I'm right there.
Okay, very important.
I'm not just like
distinction.
standing in the bush. Like
Sure, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
yeah. I'm just like off the ground 15 feet or so.
All right. And with this spectacle, you can see the one bandit there look up to you and just... You're unsure of what they're thinking.
And I hold out just one hand, holding the sword in one, not like wielding it, just like holding it up. I hold out a hand and I say, repent. And then I drift up closer to, like, I just drift up out of view.
Make an intimidation check for me.
Okay.
He's just
get
hiding in the
advantage for the
corner, just
spectacle?
like...
What's that?
Do I get advantage for the spectacle?
I'll say... Let's see. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool. I'm pretty sure I have a +3 because I'm not proficient, but I didn't think to pull my character sheet up. So
If the angel's form is higher than your own, then you get to use that.
that's a good point. So that's a 12 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
Dane has a +3 to intimidation. Let's look up the angel. Battle Force angel. No, so a 15.
He looks at you drift off, and you can see him, like, as you disappear from the line of sight from the magical light itself. You can see him go ahead and rub his eyes, and he says, I've got to start laying off this shit, and he throws it on the ground. You hear cling, 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 cling.
He repented. I've done some good. I wanted that to go better, but I'm okay with it. And then once I'm out of sight, I will turn and fly in the direction I saw everyone else running.
Okay.
With my 120 feet of being able to see.
Gotcha. And very quickly with your movement speed, I think you can get there pretty fast. As your companions are sprinting into the night, what is your plan, guys?
Right now, we're looking for a place we can hole up, right? So that we can catch a rest.
I mean, I'm game. I just like the idea of just like, repent, fly away. Now let's sleep.
It was more just to get that guy spooked, but
I know.
it is what it is, I guess.
So I believe we had looked around and spotted a building that we thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is just my remembering from 2 weeks ago, that we had spotted a building that we thought looked empty and unused that we could make a beeline for.
Yes. And so in this moment, as you guys are traveling, if you guys are sprinting, I assume you're not being very stealthy, are you?
I think we were still stealthing when we entered the bushes.
I have no idea what we're doing, but I like the way that sounds. Stealthing.
Well, I guess that's at least what I remember us doing
Sure.
to get to this point.
Okay, so then you're not running.
Yeah, we're not running.
Okay.
We're just moving with purpose.
Sure, you're like strutting. You're like being trying to be polite, getting somewhere in the mall with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Just like,
That's a good
excuse me,
example,
excuse
yeah.
me. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Oh,
Oop.
Rondon says to every bush as he passes by.
oh, sorry. Let me sneak right by you real quick.
Someday you're gonna
Exactly.
be a beautiful tree.
Exactly.
I like what you're doing. Gorgeous.
Also, congrats, Unideek, on your gifted sub. Enjoy.
Welcome.
Ooh, welcome.
Shoo up, shibby whoop.
All right, so I would like everyone to make a stealth check. Dane, if you are in the sky,
Whoa.
you are gonna need to make this at disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
If you're in the sky as a radiant angel, yes.
I don't think there's actually anything about it like being like glowing. That's more just like it's your call.
If you're going to be in the sky
Okay.
as an angel,
Okay.
make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can land and make it the same way everyone else is.
Like a scrub.
So we'll start from the left. So Drew,
30.
okay, Mac,
13.
okay, Mike,
14.
okay, a little better, and Tyler. 3.
3.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 and a 2.
We're doing excellent, guys. We're gonna definitely get this nap in.
Fumbling around in the night, Dane, you become a little careless with the way that you're flying. You're not sure if it is just that you're getting used to the form, or maybe you're just too excited to have this to care. You've flown before, but never really in your humanoid form, and there's something about this that empowers you. This kind of celestial gift that you've unlocked. As you continue to fly, you can see that the exterior of Forte Verus, which is, well, technically you guys would be on the inner side here. So there would be smaller buildings, but still surrounding the area, you can see that there are lit braziers with this kind of magical light effect to them. And off in the distance, you can see several of these bandits guarding the perimeter. But fortunately, it doesn't seem as though any of them pay you any mind. Whether it be luck, whether it be just that they are less perceptive than you are stealthy.
Which is a feat.
But
That's like intentional.
But you arrive at your destination unimpeded. And so what you come upon are a series of relatively small buildings which do indeed look old and abandoned. And let's see. And if you guys could access your Tarask.
Accessed.
Enhance.
I'm back. You guys didn't even know I left.
Whoa.
Okay, let's try this.
So I'm multitasking, and I'm finally posting a thing on Instagram, and I went to say, hey, we're playing the Dark Veil, and autocorrect said, do you want to write the Dark Park? The Dark Birthday?
What? Okay.
I just thought it was funny.
Dude, why is autocorrect emo as heck?
Because that's all it has to live for, man. I get it. I'm right there with it. I'm here for my dark birthday.
You just passed your dark birthday, didn't you?
I did. Don't remind me.
Because life only goes downhill from 30.
I mean, if the media is to be believed, yeah. Then again, look at Ryan Reynolds. Have you seen Ryan Reynolds at 30, and have you seen Ryan Reynolds now?
It's true. Like fine wine.
I, honest to God, don't know if that counts. Ryan
I
Reynolds.
mean, I'm not
has-
saying I'm Ryan Reynolds or anything, but
No, I'm saying that Ryan Reynolds has access to the Fountain of Youth. So
that's true.
I just don't want. I just don't want to set unrealistic expectations. You know?
Right.
Just help me.
Ruined houses, is that where we should be?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Ruined houses.
I see it now.
Yeah, I had no idea what we were doing. Like, I cut out at just the right time where I didn't get any instruction, and I was like, "Did Brandon cut out?" And then I was like, "Why are none of you answering me?" Like, oh my gosh.
Here we go. I think everyone can see this.
Boom. Is that Dungeons and Dragons?
All right. And so, is everyone there?
Yeah.
All right. So eventually you come upon this kind of cluster of buildings within this kind of... you're not exactly sure what it could be, but you can at least see that it is connected to some kind of cobbled road.
Okay. I'm gonna start moving up stealthily. Just kind of getting up by the road and kind of trying to look down it. You need a new stealth check from me.
As I hear Kwansang walk by, I'm like, Kwansang, why weren't you helping out? You're being awfully quiet the whole time.
It's a monastery tradition. Every now and then, you just separate yourself from the world because the back of your legs hurt really bad.
You just be quiet.
I'm so sorry that the back legs really hurt. It sounds awful.
It's okay.
Anyways,
Can you chop?
Pickles on the map.
Yes, thank you.
Not Pickles. We don't want him here. It's so weird because he's the character that I love. You know, he's my best friend, and he's chaotic AF.
Oh yeah, that's super true.
All right. So Kwansang, as you also thank you to Anonymous for the 15.
Oh wow.
Love it.
You guys are number one.
You are number one. Oh, my armpit itched, and I just did that on the stream. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check for me, Kwansang.
Oh my gosh, 32.
Okay.
Second highest I can get.
Very nimbly, you separate from the group, and you begin to make your way to this this cobbled road in front of you. And what you can immediately see is that the house to your left, as you begin to walk straight, is in long disrepair. The road itself is unclean and unkept. There appear to be swords and all kinds of armaments around you. This kind of a broken and busted weapons rack, and what looks like some kind of a makeshift barricade with what look like bags of sand in front of you.
Okay. Does it look like, I guess, investigation check, I'm assuming? Does it look like this has been here a while? Like, was this fairly recent? Like, you following what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, I'll say this would be more of a survival check.
okay. 14.
14. I'll say that as much as you gather, this appears to be untouched for quite some time. It doesn't appear to be recent at all, but as far as a more concrete time frame, you're unsure.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, guys, come over this way. I'd try to be quiet if I were you. Don't know. Doesn't seem like this stuff over here is fresh, but there could still be people in the area. I say in a kind of hushed, not yelling.
Right. Hey guys.
I am stealthed.
Right.
Wait, Kwansang, I can't hear you. You're being too quiet.
Hey, Kwansang. I need you to speak up a little bit. Kwansang, if you like, we can split up and do a loop. Make sure there's not someone lurking around. I think you and I see most clearly in this darkness.
Yeah, if you want to go up and around, I don't think that's a bad idea. I know we're trying to be quiet, but if you run into any problems, make sure you yell.
Oh, yeah, I'll do more than that.
Oh,
Scream.
the angel thing.
I don't think the angel can make any certain noises. It just kind of flap the wings.
Sure, it kicks up a couple of like leaves that are on the ground and some loose foliage. And
I'm just like,
Dane,
Dane, you got dust in my eyes. I can't see anything.
it lowered Rondon's accuracy. Not sand attack. Dang it.
Sand attack accuracy or defense?
Accuracy, because it puts sand in their eyes and they're like, I can't see anything.
That makes sense. Welcome to our Pokemon stream.
Yeah. Dungeons and Pokemon. So yeah, I will loop up around the north edge. Make sure there's no guards posted up like on the wall there.
sure. Go ahead and first give me a stealth check.
Okay. Disadvantage again?
Are you flying?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I get my speed. Six for
Okay.
stealth.
Sure. And then make a perception check now.
24.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm good at. Give me perception checks all day.
No.
You begin to fly to the north, not so conspicuously, but you do manage to see a couple of guards posted up on these kind of sentry walls, and the lit braziers around do make it easy to see, anything that would be trying to come up to the wall. I assume that you wouldn't come up to you would come up to just barely the edge of the light itself, so as to not to be seen.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you make your presence unknown. And so as you fly by, while it is a little difficult to see with the magical darkness, you do draw the attention of some of the bandits up there. And while they don't know exactly what is flying at the edges of the vision, they are startled and they kind of begin to murmur amongst themselves. But nothing else catches your attention within this area.
Okay. I just had the realization that the repent thing would have been way better if I put it in his brain instead of with my mouth.
All
But
good.
Too late now. If they're not like actively like, what was that? And they're just kind of like, oh, that was a thing. What? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to note their presence and move on.
Sure.
Oh man, that was a really big bird.
I go, ah!
All right. And so you return to the party. All right. Dean returns to the party.
There are some guards about 50, 100 feet away up to the north, up on the wall. But like in a hushed voice that the microphone wouldn't pick up.
Sure. Stage whispering.
Aye, stage whisper. I'm acting!
Can we
Pull out a
can we
skull.
just use this building right here, the one we're right next to? I'm feeling really exposed out here.
Just knock and see if anyone's inside.
Wait, we're next to a building?
I wish I could show you a rundown, but can't risk any light.
Dang. I said dang, not Dane. Sorry if that.
Yeah, I
didn't
thought you
come-
said Dane. I was like, where's this going?
Yeah.
I was realizing.
What's up?
I realized that, like I said, I was like, hold on, they're probably waiting for me to come up with something after the dang because I am a lazy talker and I don't enunciate the ends of my words apparently.
Dang.
I'd like to go
Gabbit.
listen at the door or window of the building that we are essentially right next to, see if there's any sounds of habitation of any kind.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception check as you kind of press yourself up against the building. Listen for
While
any
he-
kind of goings on.
While he does that, I kind of want to rummage through the things that are kind of laid in front of me. I'm not looking to steal anything or anything like that. I'm just trying to go through and get an idea of what kind of people were here.
What kind of
6.
people were here in what sense?
Like, I guess, was this like a normal town at one point? You know what I mean? Like, was this, I guess it's too small to be a town, you know, people dwell here. What kind of stuff were they, you know, growing? Are you following what I'm saying? Like, was this like people who lived here, or are these like just like soldiers' quarters? You know what I mean?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. And then, Eric, what did you get?
6.
Okay. You press your ear up against one of the walls. All you can hear is Kwansing moving things around, shuffling equipment, moving swords along the ground, and it really distracts you from what you're trying to do.
I got a 17.
So you're like, let me see if there's someone inside. And it's just the moving of like small little like structures and shuffling of feet and crunching of leaves and the kicking of twigs.
I wonder what this was used for.
Like, oh, jeez. The leaf blower turns on.
Sorry, this yard has really been unkept. They
Who
did a
mows their
terrible job.
lawn at 8 in the morning?
It's peak hours.
Kwansang, as you begin to rummage through the things that are just in this area in front of you, it is mostly just weapons. You can tell that they have been, you know, dulled and rusted, and the weapons rack that's there doesn't seem to be in, you know, very good condition. It's mostly falling apart. You can see on the ground that there are some kind of scattered, tattered rags, but nothing else that is immediately around you that would give you any indication of what kind of people they were.
Okay.
Just from the context clues of this, it appears as though there was some kind of battle and they were trying to defend against something, but nothing more.
I guess looking at the swords and stuff, do I see any like emblems or any like markings that and I can make another roll for that if you'd like me to. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
okay, would that be another investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. Let's go. That's
Yay.
perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, let's stink and go. Nat 20's in the chat.
We don't have that email yet, but we will soon.
Yeah.
Here. Well, I have that email. I think I'm the only one that has that email.
That's funny.
Here we go. All right. So, taking a very, very close look, these weapons do seem to have an emblem that, inspecting it, you can see that it looks like some kind of like very illustrated W and then some kind of H like imposed on top of it, as well as the markings of some kind of burnt almost like rune inscribe, like inscriptions on the weapons itself. But strangely enough, it looks as though while there may have been runes on the weapons before, they appear to have like fizzled out in some way.
So as Kwansing sees this, he whispers to himself, because Drew wrote this down. He says, Harlow. And he turns around to the group and he says, I can't say that these people belong to him, but I believe these weapons were crafted by William Harlow himself.
Harlow.
Look here. Harlow is the man who distributes the weapons all across Primaris.
The one that Priscilla sent you to see.
Precisely, yeah. If I remember
Well,
right,
While
Go
this
ahead.
conversation's happening, I'm trying the door because I didn't hear anything from inside here, and we're standing out exposed. Let's have this conversation inside. So I'm trying the door.
Okay. What ends up happening is, as you approach the door, you notice that it's not so much actually hinged as much as it's just leaned up against the building itself.
So noticing that, I'm not going to try and open it, but I am going to try and shift it as quietly as I can so that I can squeeze through.
Gotcha. I'll say just go ahead and make a...
that'd be sleight of hand.
Yeah, I'll say sleight of hand.
14.
Okay.
That's not bad. Let's go.
Sliding the door as carefully as possible, you find just enough of an opening to make your way through, and with your halfling size, that is no issue at all to you. And so you make your way in, and so what is revealed to you is...
Just to know, I'm going to bring one of the weapons inside with us when we go in to talk.
Okay.
Bring them all in. We can identify and detect magic and everything if you want, but I just don't want to do it out here.
Right.
What you end up finding is a very long, abandoned interior. Whatever, possessions or anything of value seem to have all been either taken or destroyed. Lots of loose leaves and just it's cobwebs everywhere.
Okay. Footprints or any disturbing in the dust and dirt on the floor?
Make a survival check. Also, thank you to Defender of Olympus for subscribing.
I don't know what my bonus is. 17.
Taking a look inside, there doesn't appear to be any sign of disturbance. In fact, a lot of this place, given that it is entirely covered in webs, is a pretty clear indicator that this is a very undisturbed area.
So I'm going to poke my head back out through the space I squeezed in through and just kind of wave everybody in here.
As they start to do that, I'm gonna hand the sword to Dane, and I'm actually gonna say, "Hey, take that inside. I'm gonna do a quick perimeter check. I think I'm the best at staying quiet here." So,
All right, that's guaranteed. If anything happens, make sure you yell.
Poke
I'll
my head
start-
out the door, like, what are you guys talking about? Just kidding.
I'll let off a thunderclap.
So as he does, I'll like blunts or the broad side of the sword just
Arm around that. It's
You
perfect.
startled me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
That's not real.
I'm gonna do a perimeter check, Rando.
That's
Okay.
And I'm
Around.
sticking to
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm sticking next to Eric because I can't see.
Gotcha. So those of you who are inside, go ahead and move your tokens for me.
Yes, sir.
And if someone could move Persea and Pickles as well.
I can't move Pickles.
Oh. There we go.
Specifically, Brandon, when I get up to these houses as I'm doing it, I kind of want to see if I can see in the windows and such.
Gotcha. So we'll start slow here. So describe what you're doing as you approach the bottom abode.
I'm just trying to avoid the weapons and all the stuff as much as I can, kind of tiptoeing around it and moving towards the house, kind of staying low, but like looking in all directions, making sure that I don't get snuck up on. So
Are you saying you're trying to inspect it from the windows to
Yeah,
the walls?
you're correct. And so what I'm gonna do is get under the windowsill and just kind of peek over and look inside.
Gotcha. So very obviously, as you make your way down to that building, the wall that you begin to approach, part of it seems to have collapsed entirely.
Okay.
And so, from this perspective here, you do have vantage of what is essentially this corner of the room here.
Okay. And I'll kind of try to use the cobblestone and everything to kind of move over. Obviously, I know it might expose me some, but trying to maintain at least some sort of half or three-quarter cover behind the wreckage to see the rest.
Gotcha. I'll have you make a stealth check for me.
Okay. And that one's not as good. 22.
Okay. Pretty stealthily, you manage to make your way. While you have no formal cover, at the very least, you're not making any noise.
Right.
And you maintain yourself, relatively low to the ground. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That one's good. 13 plus 6. 19.
Gotcha. No immediate danger. From what you can see on the inside, there just appears to be a lot of broken wood. You can see a broken down door. What appears to be a pile of burnt wood with some ash. Nothing else really that you can see from here, but most of the walls, or a lot of the sections of the walls, seem to have holes in them.
Okay, I'm gonna. How hard would it be? I guess maybe an acrobatics check or something to get over the walls. I want to just put my hand near the burnt pile and see if it's still hot.
Gotcha. There wouldn't be a roll required. The walls themselves are completely destroyed to the ground. So,
Okay.
as you begin to walk forward, you step towards the pile of ash and wood. Go ahead and just make another perception check for me.
That's not as good, but 15.
15. You can just barely, with this, you can just barely make out that it is slightly warm.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to the group and just report that really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back to them, and as I kind of come through the door, I'm gonna say, the house south of us has a fire that was built inside of it. It's been put out, of course, but the coals are still a little warm. I'd like to check the big building out through the windows or some of the decay. But it might be wise for one of you who is a little more quiet. I look at Rondon
What?
and I go, to come with, just in case.
Perhaps Persea might be the best candidate for that.
How are you feeling, Persea?
What was that? I wasn't paying attention.
Would you like to come with me to check out the bigger building? The south one seems to have been occupied recently.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna start casting Tiny Hut, but that takes me 11 minutes. So you'll be back within 11 minutes, right? Because if you're outside when it goes up, then I have to drop it and start the whole process over.
Assuming we don't get in a fight, yes.
Do you?
Yeah, it's only people who are inside when it's originally erected that can pass in and out.
Give us. I look to Persea and I go, 8 minutes?
She shrugs.
We'll be back. That'd be so funny. We're like knocking on the outside of the tiny hut. Serious, guys, let us in.
Guys,
Eric, don't open the door. I don't trust him.
This is so uncool.
Mom said you had to be nice to us while she was gone.
If we don't respond, he won't even know we're here.
Oh. Brandon, how high is the ceiling in this building?
What ceiling?
The building you're currently in,
Yeah.
like 12 feet tall.
Okay. So a 10-foot high dome is not going to extend outside the building,
That
is
would
my
be-
worry.
That'd be fun.
No, and even so, the magical sphere can like overlap surfaces.
Right, but it is visible.
That's
so
right. Yep.
I'm wanting to keep it completely inside this building.
Eric's wanting to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
was there an errata for Tiny Hut? Or am I just remembering it wrong? Because I'm looking at it now and it's not like there's other things that I don't remember being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, hi, Kima. Fine, don't say hi back.
She gets a
She's
treat
disappearing.
for being a good girl. I don't think anyone really can see her.
She's
I'm not-
disappearing into the void.
Yeah. There she is. It's a doggy stream now. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, no more. Get down. Oh, there you go. All right. So, what's the next move, guys?
Me and Persea are gonna go and try and investigate the big one through the windows,
I'm starting my hut.
or rather, the walls.
Okay.
I'm Rondon.
I'm gonna watch out towards the north through any openings just to see if anyone's like coming down, making their way this direction.
Sure. So, Kwanseng and Persea, as you begin to move out, I'll have the two of you go ahead and make stealth checks for me.
$30. It's broken.
Persea, not so quiet. Not as quiet
Gosh
as
darn it.
she wants to be. However, the both of you begin to approach that house. And very obviously, you can see that, like the other one, there are a couple of walls that are opened and broken down. If you could move yourself and Presea for me.
Sure. Just kind of peeking around that doorway there. It looks like it's open, I guess. Are there doors on the front?
No, and
Okay.
from what you can see is it becomes revealed to you that the doors are actually on the inside, a set of double doors made of wood, broken and on the ground.
Okay. And I'll kind of whisper over to her. I'll say, you go around one way, I'll go around the other. If you need any help, don't be afraid to yell. We need everybody here. And I will move up to here and have her start make it. Doesn't look like there's anything down this side that she'll see. So just to keep pace, whenever I get to the back area, she would be at the back area is what I'm assuming. Does that make sense? Like I'm putting her back there now so I don't have to move her again.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for yourself, as you begin to scout out this area, everything looks to be clear. You can see that on the inside there are a multitude of broken pieces of furniture. Continuing along, you can see that there are holes in the wall that lead into this kind of hallway where it seems as though the door to this, or rather the walls to this hallway and the door have been broken down. And sooner or later, as you continue along,
yeah, eventually I think we'll make it right back here, right to the back, both of us.
The only thing that you see is some kind of broken, busted bed, which you can see what looks like the remains of some kind of dresser and drawer and clothes just strewn about the place. Nothing that really catches your eye, but you can immediately tell that this was some kind of living space for someone at least.
When I first looked in that big room in this back right corner here, you see where I'm marking?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What did I see that?
You would have seen that, yes.
Is it a coffin? Because that's what it looks like from up here.
It is not a coffin. As you get closer to it, you can see that it does have some kind of hinge, and it is an oven.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a little difficult to tell from the top, but it does have like an opening hinge here.
Sure. Let's make our way back.
All right, and during that time, Dane, go ahead and make your perception check.
19.
Looking out from that space, that little hole in the wall there, you can see that the guards who are up on the wall are not patrolling in a very calm manner. You can see that there is some movement, some kind of urgency, but nothing else. Nothing that seems to draw attention to where you are right now, at least.
Okay.
Once we get back, I'll let them know. I didn't see anything that was worth noting. It just seems to be somebody's living quarters. One big bed makes me think there are probably no children, but I could be wrong.
Or all the children slept in the same bed.
It's possible.
true. I mean,
Says,
one of my cousins, actually one of my aunts and a whole lot of cousins, they just like to shove all the kids in one bed. It saves a lot of money on like making more beds and mattresses and pillows, blankets.
I've heard of a custom in some faraway land that a family just has this one room, and the whole floor is just bedding. They all just kind of nest in that same space.
As adults.
And don't
Right.
and
The
don't
whole
they
family,
have
all ages?
don't they have like a separate room that is also specifically for like dressers and clothing, like one large closet?
Yeah. I mean, everything's kind of stored in the same place.
So wild.
I know.
Those are foreign concept. Weird.
All right, now we're back.
For the uninitiated, at one point when I was 19 and I first started renting this house after my dad moved out, Mac and Drew were about to be my first roommates, and Drew ended up bailing. But the first night we had just one bedroom and the whole floor was mattresses because we were like, man, this is gonna be such a great setup, and it was not. It was super not.
Young and dumb.
As soon as Mac's alarm went off 18 times that first morning, we were like, nah, this ain't it, fam.
My alarm still goes off 18 times in the
Tell
morning.
me about it. Anyway, I've done my bit. Thank you.
All right. Eventually, all of you reconvene back into that building there, and the dome is officially constructed.
So from the exterior, I'm going to try and have it match the color of the dirt and debris in this building. But on the interior, it's glowing with just a faint purple tinged light, so that Rondon has a little light to see by.
Wow, thank you, Eric. I was worried that I'd never be able to see the light of anything again. Granted, I could have just waited for the moon to see, more light, but you know what I mean.
I
No,
do
no,
know what you mean. That's why I never take this cloak off. As soon as this thing comes off, I'm just like you, in all the ways that I don't want to be like you. There's a lot of ways I do want to be like you, and this cloak doesn't do that. Anyway, I'm going to detect magic and see if any of this stuff that Kwanseng found looks like anything.
Gotcha.
And Rana just stands there, just like really thinking about what Eric says. Like, yeah, I've never seen you without that cloak. That's the only thing he picked up on. He wears that cloak an awful lot. I'm gonna take it.
Oh, God.
No.
My cloak now.
All right, you cast Detect Magic, and from all of the items that you've collected, none of them seem to glow with some kind of, or any kind of magical aura.
Okay. Rondon, this stuff, I think you said that Harlow guy he dealt with magical items. None of this seems to have any magical properties. At least not anymore, if it ever did. I don't know.
Do you think something can drain the magic out of weapons? That'd be wild.
We've been putting these runes on our equipment. I assume there's a way to take them off, right? I don't know.
Well, if you look here, Eric, and I show him the sword that I was looking at, it appears at one point there was a rune on this weapon.
Looking at that, does it look like any of the runes that I've encountered.
You mean the ones that like you've enchanted with and used on your own
Yeah,
stuff?
like the Rune of Harm and that kind of stuff.
Go ahead and just make an Arcana check.
Sure. Oh, that's pretty crappy. What do I add?
42.
9.
You can't quite put your finger on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Quan Sing. There definitely was a rune here. I can't tell you if this was a symbol that a maker's mark like the WH down here, or if this was a magical rune.
I guess
I got nothing.
Brandon, you can tell me no, absolutely. Could we just hold our runes next to it and see if any of them match?
You definitely could, yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we take a look at our runes, see if any of these are the same? And I pull out my quarterstaff, which has a rune of harm on it, and I hold it up next to it.
You can tell that the mark is very similar to a rune of harm, but it looks as though the pattern on the sword itself seems to be a little more complex, meaning it was a more powerful version of the rune you already have.
What do you make of this, Eric?
Well, yeah, this looks like this was maybe even better than the rune, the magical power you've imbued here. But I don't know. I'm telling you, there's nothing left. Whatever magic was in that is gone.
So they had
I don't know
weapons.
how that happens.
They had weapons that were potentially more powerful than ours and still lost. Or we can assume they lost because their weapons are here.
The magic taken.
I don't know, guys. I'm not saying it's Tim. It could be anybody under him, but this might be a lot more than we bargained for.
I think this battle might have been a long time ago. Further back than Tim.
What makes you say that, Dane?
I mean, you remember we saw the stones that made up the wall. It seemed that they'd been like blasted outwards, right, Brandon?
That's right.
And like there was stuff like growing up around them and everything.
So it would have been
Yep.
some time ago, yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm following now.
this aftermath it's old, very old.
Yeah, I suppose these blades are rusted. Who knows how long Tim and his gang have been here, but probably not long enough for this.
Did I get a look at what race Tim might be when I was looking into the roof?
Humanoid, but it was a little difficult to tell at that distance.
Okay. I mean, Tim didn't stick out as one of the longer lived races, but it's hard to say. I thought I was human until quite recently.
Yeah, okay, so since you bring it up, I know we joke about you dying a lot, but are you an angel now?
No, this is the same as when I transform into monsters, but it takes more energy. It's quite the effort to maintain this. If something were to come in on us right now, I want to be able to move quickly, but I'll have to drop it soon. No, there's something that's unlocked this.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's really it's pretty convenient. I love it. I guess the dog thing that I always hated that you would turn into, you haven't done that for a while, and I'm happy about that. Other than that, everything I've seen you change into has been stuff that we have seen, and I've never seen anything like what you are now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, the wings, do they hurt when they grow?
So did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Run down, you old flirt. Brandon, did my wings hurt when they grew? Sailor Moon transformation. Yeah.
This is interesting
Takes a
because
whole minute.
this is almost summoning that. Like he's summoning this onto him, like project. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting.
I've kind of flavored it in the past as like, there's like, what am I thinking of? Is it like the Mummy, where like the sand around them like encases them for a second in like this little gust, and then there's like some like they're in the Mummy, like their skin is gone and they're like, I'm a mummy now.
Not how I remember it.
The Mummy's
like,
classic catchphrase.
right.
Hey, I'm a mummy.
By the way, best movie of the 90s. Full stop.
All right.
Was it the 90s?
Tune in.
That's
Tune
not
in
true.
Sunday to watch us debate best movies of the 90s.
I forgot about the Lion King. Anyway,
I don't know, dude. Zero's the hero.
Welcome to our movie stream.
yeah. Anyway, no, one thing. It doesn't hurt. It's just it takes energy. I have to focus quite a bit, especially for this one. But Velen tells me a day's coming that it won't be quite so difficult.
Well, that's good to hear. So, last question for you. If this one's harder, it's not going to, like, harm you, is it?
I don't think so. Normally I can manage one of these transformations, I don't know, usually twice without taking a rest. I don't think I've got anything left in me. I'll have to take a breather for a bit once I drop this before I can do anything like this again.
Well, that's good because, you know, as a monk, we have techniques that are, I would say, borderline forbidden. If we do them, they could cost us our lives.
I guess I can't say for sure. It's very possible that I drop this and then I turn into an actual angel. And just...
Well, if you drop this and die, Persea, you have heals, right?
I have the heal that will bring him back. Other than that, I'm pretty expended for the day.
Maybe. Yeah, let's rest.
I just have to stay like this forever.
Can we just stay here?
I can't risk it.
If I lay here.
God
They seem
damn
a bit, like
it.
goofy.
Oh, heal.
If I just lay here.
The heck was that?
That's a cheer from Defender of Olympus.
Oh, Carla.
100
That
bits.
scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
That's our first
Never
bit
heard that sound
donation.
before.
Yay! Thank you.
Wow,
That's
Carla,
awesome.
you're number one.
Arigato gozaimasu.
What?
Thank you for this food.
How you feeling? I'm feeling pretty glunky.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
So So are we short resting or long resting?
Bro, we need a long rest.
Yeah.
We need a long rest.
I know
I
what I
like
forgot
that.
to do over the last 2 weeks. Look at my spells. Figure out what I'm going to prepare.
Way to go, Ding Dong.
Hey, I've had a lot on my mind, okay?
That that thing that my book did to keep Rondon up so that he didn't drop when we were in that last battle. I'll be able to do that to one of you again if we long rest.
I feel like Rondon is probably the best for that.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, Rondon or Presea.
Well, I don't get to choose. It's whoever would be the first person to fall
Oh,
is held up just a little bit. Not
Okay.
healthy, but at least still conscious.
sometimes that's all we need, Eric.
Well, that is all Rondon needed. He waded in to battle with just a breath in his lungs was all he had.
I'm still recovering. Took some hard hits to the head. Guys, you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe I did die.
Does anyone
Oh,
else hear
no.
that ringing?
Oh God, this angel's coming for me.
Yeah, like you're doing pretty okay right now, Rondon, but your body is absolutely trashed. Like your fighter spirit keeps you going strong, but that doesn't mean that your body isn't taking a physical toll.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling all 68 years of my life.
Okay, well,
Who
I'm gonna get some rest.
who gets the first watch? I'm Ari. Just passing out.
All right, so with the dome erected, who is taking watch, if any of you are taking watch?
I'll take first watch.
Yeah, I'm already passed out.
Yeah, we're well protected in here, but it would still be good to know if anyone comes poking around, right?
I Kunsing, I have a spell in mind that could be quite a bit of help for us in the battle to come. But I need holly berries. I've got mistletoe, but they're not the same thing despite popular belief. If I can get 8 berries, I think. No, 4. I have to look at the creatures. I can bring in help for the fight, and it could be quite a bit, enough to give us a lot of help.
So are you saying you want to search for them?
I'm thinking I might need to step away for a bit.
I don't know how this thing works, but I think if you step out, you can't come back in.
As long as you're inside when I put it up, then you can come and go however much you want. I can't leave, but you guys can.
Oh, well then you're good, Dane.
As long as I don't.
And I wouldn't walk where there's plenty of light.
Well, I think I'll need to go outside, like beyond the wall, out into the forest.
Is it nighttime? or daytime. Day as in night, night as in day.
Is it the moon day?
It is not the moon day yet.
What about the Toon Day?
It is about to be the moon day. Technically, with everything that you guys have been doing, you guys are right on the cusp, so I'll say that this whole ordeal with searching around, investigating, that took about half an hour, which means that at this point, right now, the moon is beginning to rise.
Well, Dane, the magical darkness is starting to go away, so if we want to do this, we should probably do it quick. It would take approximately 15 or 20 minutes for that moon to break high enough for us to...
Is it like an immediate, like, the moon, darkness gone?
Oh.
Or is it like gradual, like it's kind of...
It's peeling away.
Okay. I'll have to be quick. I'll avoid the guards. I can see further than they can. If I'm not back by the... Eric, can I write my name in your book on that page that lets you talk to me?
I would gladly let you. That page is gone.
What have you done?
Oh,
How are we supposed to talk to Balefire?
I know. I know.
That's a jokey Tyler response and not actually Dane chastising Eric. Just
okay, Quansing chastise Eric. How are we supposed to talk to Balefire?
Listen, that wouldn't have worked anyway because magic can't come in and out. You can come in and out of the hut. Magic can't pass through.
I am magic.
I am the Senate.
I look to Dane and I go, I expect you to know these kinds of things.
I'm a druid, not a warlock. I didn't make friends with a smooth man.
And I'm just a human, and I stand up and walk out pissed off. Going to look for the...
You're a monk.
I'm looking for hollyberries.
And I'm just like, guys, I'm trying to rest here. You're being way too loud.
Shut up, Rondon.
Okay.
I whack him with my stick.
Pickles is just eating a bag of popcorn in the corner.
I'm gonna start searching the kind of south area, like down here and stuff.
I'm not back by the end of your watch, Quansing. Good luck going without me. And if I die in the woods, you have no way of knowing.
Yep. Ooh, actually, I might know that if you died. I've got to look up that feature here. Oh no, it wouldn't happen until after I finish my long rest.
Right.
So
perhaps I should wait. But I have to...
I'm already out there, so I'm looking for hollyberries down south.
Okay.
All right, Eric, I guess it's your watch now. And I'll take off.
oh man. Okay.
What's going on here?
Shut up.
Oh, go back to sleep.
Jesus.
Sorry, Mac.
How dare you?
I cast sleep at will. Just flap.
Oh, this is pleasant.
That's the sound it makes. Flap.
Flap.
But it feels like the blunt side of a sword.
Yep.
All right, so Quansing, you're looking for what exactly?
The hollyberries that he's talking about. I'm assuming he showed me or explained. You tell me you did. Just say it
it's
out loud.
Holly, the plant. Holly.
Wait, who's Holly?
Quansing, are you proficient in nature?
Yeah. A +1 proficient.
You have literally no idea what he's talking about.
That's okay. I had another thing that I was gonna do while I'm out. I'm just, if I see berries on a plant, I'm just gonna pick them and bring them back.
I think, I guess maybe I just thought it, but I think I described them as white berries, and they're not mistletoe. I know he's seen mistletoe because I've collected some.
Sure, but it's kind of hard to still know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. So I'm just
You're
gonna
looking for white berries.
if I see white berries, I'm just gonna pick them.
Sure. All right. Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Also, if you find a cow, get some cream.
Well, 3.
Okay.
I'm okay with that roll being on this. Thank God it wasn't in combat.
You begin
Right.
to look for them. We'll see what happens. Dane, you were looking for these berries as well?
Yes, but I'm going to go out on like the south side of the house where we've been going in and out, and I'm going to fly up, like out of visual range above the wall, and then back down because I can look down and I assume I can still see the braziers from high above. I know their light doesn't illuminate beyond a certain point, but I can still see that there's fire there, right?
Right. And you
Yeah.
know that as the moon is rising, the higher you are, the more easily you will be seen. Keep that in mind.
But if it's still on the horizon, I've got hours before it's like, hey, there's a thing up against the moon, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Well, you technically don't have hours per se. You have about 30 minutes. Based off of the way that the moon works in the time here. So for the journey out, you'll be just fine, but you'll need to hurry if you want to come back in before that happens.
Right. So yeah, I'll make a quick search,
Okay.
kind of down, like I'll be up kind of towards the top of the trees, looking for where the holly is growing.
Gotcha. So I'll need 2 rolls from you.
Okay.
First, I need 3 rolls from you. First, I'll need
Okay.
a stealth check.
Okay, that's a +1 in the angel form. 7.
Okay. Now I'll need a perception check.
Okay, +9, 21.
Okay. And then I'll need a nature check.
+5, 20.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
2.
Okay. You find 4 clusters
Of how many?
of the berries themselves.
But how many in each cluster, I guess?
I'll say 10.
Okay, so 40 berries.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, then I will avoid putting myself between the moon and where I know the guards are. And I'm just going to try and like avoid them, stay out of sight, come back in.
Okay. Give me another stealth check. Yep.
Okay. I have not, like, I don't think I've rolled above a 5 yet on stealth.
You're not doing it today. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
But I have a feat.
No, you don't.
He has 2 feet.
I have 2 feet and wings. But
Also,
But I
thank
wipe
you-
my own butt.
Thank you to an anonymous cheerer for the 200 bits. Thank you.
wow.
So,
Hi. Wow.
here's what
Thanks.
happens. As you are flying, not so stealthily, you get careless, trying to hurry back as quick as possible, unknowingly that the darkness has begun to peel away faster than maybe you had anticipated. And you become visible for a brief moment And in that moment, you're not particularly paying attention, except for at the last second, you can see 3 arrows flying in your direction.
All right.
We've got 15, 17, and 26.
26 hits.
Repent.
Only the 26?
Why did I think it was 18? I guess 17 is the AC with the strength score rules.
Ah, yes. All right, so...
And is there a rune? No, there's not a rune of defense on there. Never mind.
All
Is
right.
there? I don't have a rune of defense, do I? No.
So you end up taking 12 piercing damage for the first,
Okay.
and 8 piercing damage for the second.
20 total.
As these arrows streak across the sky, suddenly the other one just bounces off of the breastplate itself and just twirls into the night. Eventually you crest over and get back into the area where the darkness has not yet peeled away, and the vision itself from where you were is completely lost.
So they've lost sight of me.
As far as you know.
Okay.
Did I hear this?
No.
I'm
You're
too
you're
far
over
south.
there looking for berries?
I won't go back to the house just yet.
Okay.
Because you're ashamed. I got you.
Well, yes. Just a constant state of being for me, Mac. You should know that.
Oh my gosh. My ears are sweating. Oh. Because you're ashamed.
All right. So then,
Okay.
what are you doing in the meantime, then, Dane?
I was kind of get down on the inside of the wall, like still in the shadows, away from the braziers that are up on top,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just wait to see if they're like looking for me.
Oh, that's...
Most definitely they are. However, they appear to be looking to the sky itself.
Okay. I'm going to... If they're focusing their attention on the sky, they're trying to figure that out. I'm going to fly low to the ground, over to where the house is, drop the Dangel, step inside.
Okay. So I'll need a stealth check from you as you try to sneak your way out of the wall.
Can I redeem my creature residue for inspiration?
No, but I will give you an out if you'd like it.
Can
I
I
think I already
give
have one.
Dane inspiration?
I can double up.
Ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way.
No, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
I'm going to take the chance.
All right. Take the chance.
Because, I mean, what are the odds it's that again? 20 total. 19 plus 1.
Okay.
Let's go.
What are the odds, right? I
All
thought
right.
for sure that I just sealed my fate when I said that.
So what happens is you place yourself against the wall, your feet and your hands kind of almost like Spider-Man style waiting. And as soon as you see the guards suddenly face the other direction, begin to wander off from that perch, you push yourself off with your legs, almost like when you're like on a pool and you're trying to like get speed.
Yeah.
You're like, when you glide, spreading your wings and just kind of gliding just right like a couple inches off of the ground itself, and just and eventually return back to where you were safely and out of sight.
Well, you live and you learn, Tate. It's like we got to get used to that. Yeah, I'll make one more check to make sure that they're not like looking down at me before I step inside the house.
Okay, go ahead. Just make a perception check.
16.
As far as you can tell, no attention seems to be drawn to that location.
Okay, thank you.
And Kwansing, you return to that building with a handful of somethings.
Before I do that, quick, I wanted to do one last thing. In that big building that Persea and I looked into, on that back bed, if they're like pillows and blankets, I wanted to wrap them up in like a bundle and kind of carry them over my shoulder and take them back to.
Gotcha. Very obviously, you notice that they're not particularly clean, but they could serve as some kind of plush, some kind of comforting.
Yep, and that's it. I just want to take those back.
Hey, I brought you rocks.
Yeah. Dane, here's a bag full of soap. Let me beat you with it.
I deserve it.
I saw that, Dane. Everybody and their mom saw it. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
what? I don't know what you're
Just
talking
kidding.
about. I didn't roll a natural one.
When I get back,
And even I saw that in my sleep.
Shut up.
specifically, I want to, if I have two pillows, Brandon, I want to lift Presea's head gently and put it under her head. And then I want to get Pickles as well. And if anybody says anything, I'm going to be like, listen, suck it up, okay? That's our guest. And this is my pack mule.
As he's sleeping and you do that, he's still sleeping, eyes closed, but you can hear him muttering just very softly, just, oh, thanks, Dad.
So proud. The pride I feel right now. And then the blankets, however much I can cover up the group, just in general.
Okay. Eventually you return to Dane with the berries that you had collected.
As I'm handing them, I say, it's a very Rondon thing to do. I have no idea what kind of berries I was supposed to get. So I grabbed all of these ones.
All right, let's have a look.
Approximately how many berries did I give him, Brandon?
There's about 20 in your hand. Dane, make a nature check.
Plus 5. 21.
These are most definitely not berries. They are some kind of white insect eggs.
Quincy, what have you done?
They were on a bush.
That is where you normally find berries. All right, let's get them out of here. Just as quick as we can. We don't want any of these. Can I tell what kind of insect, potentially?
Just go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana. 8.
Not really.
So, what's wrong with the berries?
They're not berries. They're eggs. Something's gonna hatch from them, I'm afraid. And I don't want them near us.
Oh,
Oh,
I have a great idea. Just be quiet. Can I make a sleight of hand check to try and put this in Rondon's bag of holding?
I don't have a bag of holding.
Wait, I thought you did. Remember your
Nope.
egg?
It's just a bag.
Oh, well, I want to put it in his bag.
I mean, it is a bag that holds stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good
Make
point.
a sleight of hand check.
there are very few bags that aren't bags.
Guess
of
what, guys? I have a +9 in sleight of hand.
And
You
and
took expertise
Rondon
in sleight of hand.
Nope.
and
I just
Rondon,
have like a double on it. My dex is
Uh,
+11.
just make a perception check with disadvantage.
Because you're sleeping.
Why disadvantage, Brandon?
Rondon,
I
just
don't
out
know.
of cur-
Because you're
Just out of
dreaming
cu-
about muffins or something. I don't know.
just out of curiosity, what is the
Well-
highest? You rolled a deception check, by the
Yeah,
way.
the highest. Oh, was that deception?
Yep.
Damn. I was like, wow, natural 20 and a 15? Nuts.
You fool.
Wow. I natural 1.
Okay, so just as
I'm
Sound
27, so
yeah, so Kwan's saying you're opening up his bag, and just as like the clip on his bag kind of snaps, he gives you one of those like, and it covers up the sound almost entirely, and you manage to slip the eggs in quietly, clip the bag, and you step away from the crime scene.
I practically just were like, here you go, Ponce. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
it's perfect.
One sec.
Yeah.
You know that he hangs out with us.
Yeah, here's the plan. Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he let the basilisk eggs die in there.
Yeah, I think we've already established that.
And if he did that, maybe, hear me out, maybe they'll feed on the rotting stuff and they'll come out flesh-eating spiders or something. We'll release them on Tim. It'll be great.
We're doing this like when we wake up.
Who's saying they're not gonna hatch, Dane?
Can we set the bag outside of the dome?
Are we talking
Because
about
then-
flesh-eating spiders over here?
Shut up.
said
Pickles
that?
just like sits up.
It's the anime. It's the anime where the mom comes in and like the eyes get really white and they're like, and I turn around. We're not talking about anything, Pickles. Did you like your pillow?
Yeah, and he just lays back down.
Nailed it. All right, Dane, listen, here's the deal. You try ratting me on, I'm going to say it was your idea. Rondon and I have a long history of playing pranks on each other. You cannot ruin this.
But I'm
Imagine-
afraid it's going to be a prank on all of us when more of those phase spiders come out.
But
And suddenly
imagine
getting-
his face.
we're getting dragged into the shadows and eaten.
Shadows. I must not have been here for that session.
No, you were there. It was the big spiders that disappeared, and
Was that like early game? Is that what you're talking about? The spider people?
No,
that was like
it's just
2 nights ago.
yeah.
It was like
In
those
the-
blue
in
and
the-
white spiders.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
before the giants.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Right.
remember the Giants. Okay. Yeah, before the Giants. Okay. I mean, maybe, but they'll be babies. We'll just step on them if they're that bad.
You can hear Persea muttering to herself, and I thought the Fae were mischievous. I'm just gonna like rubbing her chin.
This is awkward. I placed a pillow under her head and she didn't make a move.
It's not laying down.
That's why it was so easy.
That
Who did you
wasn't
put the pillow under.
that wasn't her
There's
head.
just like a mop there. Persea, you're not making much noise tonight. It's just a mop. I mean, they look basically the same. They're both thin.
Yeah.
They both have mop heads. So weird.
Oh, shit.
You did this to yourself, Persea, for having that goofy hairdo.
All of a sudden, Rhonda just stands straight up. What'd you just say about Persea?
Okay, so Dane, were you able to find enough berries for what you need?
Oh, I found plenty.
Excellent. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Here's what I'm gonna do. I can take these berries and I can conjure 8 pixies from the Feywild. Now they're treacherous creatures, but if I summon them, they'll be bound to us, friendly to us. And I remember Velen telling me that pixies have an innate ability to polymorph things the way that I try to polymorph things.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dane. I think that my egg idea might be better.
We can do both.
Don't touch my bag.
What if the pixies polymorph the eggs into real spiders? We don't even have to worry about them hatching.
Eggs don't count quite yet as living creatures as far as the rules are concerned, I think. Aye, Dungeon Master?
A spider egg? Or an egg itself? First of all, polymorph has to be the same creature rating, which an egg is like non-existent.
So
I
maybe
can polymorph an egg into a different egg. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh, good idea, Dane.
Wait.
Tyrannosaurus eggs.
That is better than my idea.
What was your idea?
Well, I was just thinking like war lions.
I will say, before this gets too out of hand,
Too late.
as someone who has looked up completely broken spell combos, polymorph pixies and T-Rexes are not allowed.
What?
Oh, you're not
So-
aware. Let me explain something. There is a spell combo that is so completely insane that it has made it to a bunch of videos on the internet where druids can summon pixies to polymorph the party into T-Rexes, and all of them like completely just fuck everyone up. And
Sure.
and all the pixies need to do is just not get hit. So they go and fuck off and hide somewhere where however fast they can fly, and the whole party has like 200 hit points each or whatever.
Okay, but hear me out. Could they polymorph us into sharks with lasers?
Lasers are not in a stat block for a shark, so no.
Would you... I mean, no
Could they-
T-Rexes, but other beasts?
Let's see.
Because I've never seen a T-Rex.
That's true.
Polymorph me into a gold dragon.
I'll say it. Let's confine it to the rules of your wild shape. Well, to basic wild shape, beast wild shape. You have to see it. But as a general rule, if you ever see a T-Rex or a dinosaur or anything like that,
We're gonna avoid that one.
let's not abuse that spell for the sake
yeah,
of
and
yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, for the sake of the game, especially, but we could probably establish something off stream where it's like a certain challenge rating or something.
Sure.
Because like Guardian Lions, you know, like, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I hope that if we throw enough spells at Tim, he is bound to fail his save at some point, hey? But we only get 8 extra shots. They can each cast polymorph once.
It's not a bad idea, Dane. Here's the deal. What do we do with the spider eggs?
Eat them. Rondell will cook them first.
Okay. Good plan. All right. I'm going to go to sleep now.
Or we can get Tim to eat them without cooking them. We can say,
Ooh.
Tim, look at these berries that we brought you, eh?
What if he's good at nature?
He'll
Not
say,
like,
tasty
like-
berries. I have goat horns. Nom 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 nom. Goats will eat anything.
Anyways,
I'm going to go to sleep.
All right, I'll take next watch.
You're freaking me out, Dane.
I have that effect on people.
all right. So, who's taking first watch?
Right.
First watch was Eric. Second watch is Dane.
Gotcha. So, Eric, as everyone takes to their slumber, I would like you to make a perception check.
Okie doke.
I guess Eric was watching while we were off doing berries and spider eggs.
Sure.
So unless that wasn't first watch, then this is first watch when I'm taking it.
Berries and spider eggs, berries and spider eggs.
A perception check. 9.
Okay. So, within the dome, kind of trying to keep an eye out as much as you can. It's really hard to focus. Between Rondon snoring and Pickles is just heavy breathing. Kwansing is as silent as, anything inside this building. He's just undisturbed and unmoving. And Dane is pretty meditative in his slumber. Doesn't seem as anything really phases him, strangely enough.
Because when he's awake, he's a ball of anxiety.
During your watch, something interesting does happen, however. As suddenly there is this sort of blackness that surrounds the dome itself. Though the moon is out and now, covering the landscape with its shine and its glow. The blackness encompasses the sphere. And as you look around at this hut that you've created, you can see that it begins to create these small holes that begin to burn from the center outward. And all these different little pockmarks just begin to dissolve away. Your friends suddenly become more liquefied and suddenly just begin to melt into the ground, becoming a puddle, this kind of soup of color parts as they begin to bubble and eventually sink into the ground, as all around you becomes this endless void of blackness.
Oh man, now? Where are you? I'm here. Let's talk.
You can see that from the edges of the darkness, this form begins to appear, suddenly fade into existence from this kind of semi-transparency. You can see a hunched over form wearing rags, this frazzled hair with these black horns that curl backward, and this kind of dark purple skin. These kind of skulls and fetishes all over, kind of surrounding her neck, and this bone jewelry that adorns her arms, her fingers, even her nose and her ears.
Is this the dream catcher?
This is the Dreamcatcher.
Dreamcatcher, I'm gonna. I have to admit, you're not who I expected to see.
And who were
What-
you expecting to see?
Bosch or is it Bosch? Yeah, that's right. Or the one who brings me my power. What? Usually you drop in. Not that I'm not happy to see you, but it usually means that you have some sort of bad news that you need to deliver. Is there something that we need to know?
You catch on quick. Though it is not my place to interfere, I feel it is only fair, seeing as how you are such an anomaly to this strange tugging of fate. This balance that lays and rests within the end of your story. There is something that I must deliver. Something that I alluded to from the very beginning. An event, as you may recall. For the darkness was just the very beginning. In the coming weeks, you will notice very drastic changes to the world. The gods have been talking amongst themselves, discussing what needs to be done, and preparing for the coming struggle. They are doing all they can to fend away this evil. But something like this cannot be contained, only mitigated. The darkness is nothing more than a nuisance now, but in the coming weeks it will be dangerous. It will become alive, sentient, hungry. And I deliver this news in hopes that you will prepare accordingly. Though even ones such as yourselves may not have the strength to do it, not alone. Just know that as the veil progresses, the longer it lingers, the more this world will too become corrupt, such as that world beyond the veil. The realms far from here. The twisted, writhing realms of monsters, of evil.
You said that the gods are discussing amongst themselves what can be done. What can we do? What preparations would you have us take on? How can we prepare?
That is not for me to say. I merely come as a herald.
I thank you for the warning. I've been curious. I still carry, and I get out one of those hag's eyes. I still carry this, that I know the coven of your sisters used to communicate with one another. Can we talk to you? Would this allow us to reach out to you when we need to?
You misunderstand, young Eric. I am never that far away. For it is my duty to see this story to its end.
I love this concept. I'm just saying it out loud. Go ahead, keep going.
I wish that brought me more solace, honestly. I don't mean any offense, but I don't know what to do with your warning. It's what, when you say the darkness is going to come alive, how literally are we speaking here? Is darkness itself going to be a threat to us, or things that lurk in the dark?
You can see her extend her very, almost like alien-like elongated hand with these very long, sharp claws extend out toward you, almost as an inviting hand.
I'll reach out and take her hand.
Suddenly the air is almost pulled from you as you can feel some kind of lightheaded. You begin to see these like white flashes. There is a vision that comes to you. You can see the moon in the sky. As beautiful and as radiant as you've always seen it. Taking a closer look at that moon, you can see the vague kind of outline of Lunaria. That same maiden who you knew unfurled herself from her curled position and regarded you that night that you shot the shard into the sky. However, she stays in her curled position, and you can see some red aura surround the moon itself. This kind of hemispherical line, almost as if something is rotating from the bottom of the moon upward, begins to like almost turn in place. You can see these kind of veins, almost like an eye. And as the sphere begins to turn more and more, you begin to see this almost nearly cat-like pupil and suddenly the sphere of the moon suddenly turns, and there is this red eye staring down at the world itself, with these veins that not only encompass that around the iris itself, but spread out into the sky. This kind of fractal veins. And you can hear the cries of millions out in the distance. You can see people huddled around campfires with these horrific, almost demonic-like, but not quite. It's something more, something alien, crawling out from the shadows themselves and grasping at people, leaving nothing more than hollow husks, not unlike those creatures you encountered on the road. You can see travelers running in the forest, the moon disappearing over the horizon, almost as if the event of the blood moon had not taken effect. And as the moon crests over the horizon, as it sets, this angry growl, pitch black. And you can hear what sounds like the tearing of flesh and sinew, the agonizing screams, and suddenly nothing. And suddenly the connection is severed, as you feel your lungs completely depleted from air, and you have to gasp to just bring yourself back.
Back with my party or back with the Dreamcatcher?
The Dreamcatcher.
Okay. Is that the future, or is that just what could happen? What did I just see?
It is quite the opposite, young Eric.
What do you mean?
What I showed you was something that happened a long time ago.
The people I saw were suffering, were being changed and transformed, and we've seen a little bit of that, but that's not happening everywhere the way it was when you showed me. What happened to make it stop? How did they defeat or suppress whatever that I was and whoever that is?
We had the prime deities. And now we have you. And that's where we'll take our break.
Oh, Lord. Have mercy.
Jeez.
Whoo, that was intense. Thanks everyone who has donated and cheered and supported us thus far. We shall return in about 15 minutes or so. Get drinks. Get drinks. use the facilities. What did I say the last time? Something.
Get
What?
bathroom things.
Get bathroom things. That's right.
Yeah, bathroom things.
We're gonna go get bathroom things, and then we shall return to.
We're
pick
gonna
up
come
the
down with a
story.
toilet brush.
All right. We shall see you soon. And hello, everyone, and welcome back. We have returned from break.
Break.
And I'm eating cookie butter.
We've had one break, yes. It's still so funny to me. What about second break?
I don't think he knows about second break, Tyler.
What about 12Z's midnight tea?
I should have made tea. That wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Drinking raspberry tea, and it's delicioso. If I need to learn how to make it at home because it gets expensive buying this brand.
Was that French that you were speaking, Brinker?
Can you say delicioso?
Is that French?
Say delicioso.
Anyways,
Shut up.
if you guys are done being stupid, I had more.
Never. Brandon, we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah. I'm never done being stupid, Brandon.
I got.
I'm an infinite well of stupidity.
So, as the Dreamcatcher finishes saying this, it is almost as if you are dropped from 100 feet in an instant, and you come back into your own body, just like shoo.
I'll reach down whoever's sleeping closest to me, just grab and shake awake. So I'm gonna just roll a d4, and that's Rondon.
Eric, what's going on?
The Dreamcatcher was just here. She just talked to me.
Wait, hold up.
Okay, no. Yeah, okay. Wake up. Sorry.
Where am I? Where am I again? Oh, sorry. You got me so tired I lost my accent. Okay. You said something about catching dreams. You can do that?
The Dreamcatcher, you know.
Dreamcatcher.
Yeah. She was just here. She's warning us. The darkness is just the beginning. Bad things are coming. And apparently the gods are looking to us to stop it.
That was sobering.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I woke you with this. I just had to talk to somebody. There's nothing we can do about it right this second.
Well, to look optimistically, we got some God's favors, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, she said that this, whatever's coming, whatever is happening, has happened before, and the prime deities were able to hold it back then, but they're not around anymore, and for some reason the other deities are looking to us, specifically us, which, I mean, we're good, but these are gods.
Well, hold up here. I've seen do some cool shit. I think we got this.
Yeah. You didn't see it, Rondon. We've got a lot of stuff, but we ain't got this.
Eric, I'm gonna do what I always do, just ignore everything negative that you say and just focus hyper focus on the positive.
God, I love you, Rondon. You are exactly the person I needed to talk to right now.
Because, I mean, all I'm hearing is there is a plan that worked. We can also follow a plan that worked already.
I tried to get specifics on what that plan might be, but I just didn't get anything. So I guess we'll have to do like we always do and pretend like we're planning when we get there and then just abandon all plans and rush in.
Run in head forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Just look down at the ground, put your head forward, see what happens. That's how I got this scar that's right up here. And I just kind of like part my hair so you can see it.
Oh.
Is it really that bad? I can't.
I mean, it's not good.
Oh God, I couldn't see it this whole time. Well, I guess good thing I got a lot of hair up there.
Yeah, keep it parted on that side.
Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner? Oh God!
I like the logic that you couldn't see it because the hair was covering it, not because it's up here.
Yep. Rondon sees all.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rondon. You can go back to sleep. You know what? I should also tell somebody because I don't think I mentioned it earlier. Radrick's armor that we left back in Greenwood.
Yeah.
Either Radrick's back and walking around again, or somebody stole it, but it's gone. So I'm just passing that on. I don't know what to do with that knowledge either.
I knew I should have worn it.
Yeah, for real.
It would have looked great on me. No, wait, it would have looked great on us. Because we could switch off who does legs one day and who does legs the other day. I mean, it's only fair.
You know, when you grow, you're about the right size for that.
But hey, you're gonna hit your growth spurt too, Eric. I just know it. I have a feeling you're not done growing yet. I mean, look at me. I'm 68 and I grew a whole foot within a year.
Yeah, that's true. That is not natural.
It felt pretty natural to me.
Okay. Get some sleep and I don't know who's got the next watch.
Just you wait 40 more years. You know, Eric, I think I got plenty of sleep right now. I think it's my turn to take a gander around.
Okay. Thanks for talking to me. I'm sorry to wake you up early, but yeah.
No worries. I fall asleep like a rock.
You did. You were literally in the middle of a sentence when you dropped off. It was a sight to behold.
Oh Lord, I don't remember that.
I don't remember what you were saying, but I do remember thinking that was a pretty impressive thing. Being able to fall asleep in any conditions comes in handy.
I mean, I guess I'm always ready for a nap. Anyways,
okay.
Get some rest, young mugwort, and give yourself 40 more years to hit that growth spurt. I swear, there's something magical about your 60s.
I'm gonna go to sleep and dream about being tall.
Okay. So then it's Rondon's turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Rondon, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All right. All right, high roll, buddy. That's performance I was about to click. 10. Not bad. Not great.
Better than I did.
Keeping an eye out, taking a look around. You try your hardest not to lose focus. But there are just too many interesting things along the ground and all these pretty plants.
I wonder how many ants there are.
after a while, you kind of just like your mind kind of wanders off, and nothing particularly of interest happens, so you're safe, and that's good enough.
All right. Good job, Rondon.
All right.
And I guess final watch, I'm just gonna be like, Persea. No, Persea.
She says, Rondon, that's the mop again.
Oh, dear God, I can't see anything in the dark.
I keep forgetting Persea as an elf, and she just has trits. I brought this woman a pillow.
And so
Well,
it's her
It's your turn,
then?
Persea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eventually you doze off. Give me 2 seconds here. Eventually, Dane, you are awakened from your slumber.
I am awakened.
She says, "Hey, everything seems to be okay. But can you do me a favor and just get rid of that mop over there?"
Rondon's cuddling with the mop.
I could, but I think it'd break his heart.
Fine. And she just kneels and lowers her head, and she goes into the trance.
She just breaks the mop over her knee.
Oh shit! Little fucker!
You cheating little son of a bitch.
Crack.
Home wrecker. All right, then I am awake
Okay.
and watching, and still thinking about what last spell I need to prepare.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That I can do. That one is going to be okay tonight. Let's do this one. 25.
25. You begin your watch, and you begin to hear something. Almost like some kind of distorted echo that fades in, gets loud, and then fades out.
If I'm certain that it's not like a physical sound in my vicinity, I'm going to take just a minute to copy the meditation techniques I learned from Kwanzaa. I guess it's not copying it. He taught me, you know what I mean. But I'm going to kind of breathe. Going to listen.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a... this will be a wisdom check.
It's a general wisdom check.
General wisdom check.
16.
Your wisdom check.
Oh, wisdom check. That one got me. Closing your eyes, it's almost as if you can perceive the world around you in your eyes closed, though it is not the same as the physical world. Almost as if through your closed eyelids some other kind of world begins to unveil itself. And you can see this fair-skinned woman, white hair pulled back, just waving her arms in front of your face.
It's been some time.
And you finally listened.
You know I'm rather dense.
Well, we are kind of bound, so I guess I am too.
What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to discuss your most recent transformation.
The danger.
Don't use that
Oh
word.
my god. Oh my god, is that what you're calling it?
And I kind of get kind of twisted my foot on the toe. Like, I thought it was kind of cool.
All right.
No.
Call it whatever you want.
No, I suppose that might be something to do with you, eh?
Yes, actually. It seems as though your physical form is becoming strong enough to handle the more physically taxing shapes that you can become. As a novice druid, attempting these sorts of things would, destroy your body.
We don't want that.
But it seems as though you are up to the challenge now to take on these advanced forms.
Excuse me.
And you'll find that there are a couple more that you may or may not be ready for, but given the right circumstance would prove incredibly useful.
Can you give me any hints, or is it something I'm going to have to find on my own?
If you feel you're ready for them, we can begin right now.
No one's keeping watch but me. How long is this going to take?
Oh, in the real world, 1 minute, or 1 minute here is like 5 hours in the real world. So you've been asleep for, I don't know, like 10 or 11 hours. I'm totally kidding, by the way.
My friends are out there. They're fighting Tim without me.
No.
Why is Dave just sleeping still?
Just dragging your comatose body around.
Right. I like dragging by my foot. Thanks, Dad.
I want to use Dane as a weapon.
My grandma recently told me, she was like, when you were a kid, if I could have picked you up by your heels and swung you and smacked your head against the wall to knock some sense into you, I would have done it.
Oh my god.
Really specific, Grandma.
Like
Wow.
she visualized it many times. Like
Apparently, yeah. If there's something you can teach me, I suppose it's good to know it now and not rely on instinct as I've done in the past.
I think it'll benefit both of us if you're able to defend yourself and use these forms to your advantage. Plus, there's the dome that's protecting you now. You could spare, you could spare an hour.
I suppose I could. But that raises a question. Perhaps you've already answered this, and it's just been a year in real time since we first met. Why me?
Why you what?
Why are you here teaching me these things? Why did you give me the ability to see in the dark? Why? What is it about me that you're here doing? I know that you're bound to me somehow, but
it's a complicated answer, but a very strange question. You see, it's not so much that I chose you, it's more so that we ended up together.
okay, that's something. Are there others that you're bound to?
No. No, our souls are tied together in more ways than you can imagine. We are one and the same. In fact, the way that you perceive me is probably not the same way that I perceive you.
Well, that makes sense because we look different.
It's a little more complicated than that.
And where are you?
Well, I'm here.
Aye, but where's here?
I'm in the same place you are, just on a different layer.
I'm gonna have questions about that another time. Let's learn these new forms. Hey?
All right. And so, over the next hour or so, you are given a quick rundown of how far you can push your physical capabilities in these new shapes. And after the hour passes, you're not sure what happened in the physical world, but you bring yourself back.
I know Kung Fu. Show me.
God damn it.
I resume my watch and continue thinking about the spells, but I'm also distracted thinking about what I was just shown and learned.
Well, for the purposes of your watch, you have used it doing this.
Okay. I look around to make sure that all my friends' throats aren't cut or something.
They left you alive just so that you could witness this.
Right.
Alright, and eventually Kwansing, it is your turn now.
I'll kind of pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the moon is quite high now, but I think you're the last to watch.
Okay. Let's do it.
Can I ask you something?
If I say no, are you going to ask?
Well, no, that would be quite rude.
You can ask.
Okay. Well, can I ask you more questions than the one that I just asked you to ask? And if I can.
You're running out of questions, Dane.
All right, I understand. When you meditate, do you commune with anyone? Is there a being or a spirit? Is that normal?
You know, Dane, sometimes. The thing about meditating is this. There's a center to each one of us, part of our being, that can be met by many lifetimes sometimes, and perhaps the gods themselves sometimes. Lives we lived before. And sometimes you meditate and nothing happens. And that's okay too. I'm assuming you're asking this question because something's happening to you. If that's the case, I would only pursue it if your heart feels it's right.
My heart has felt a great many things these last 4 months. I have often wondered what's right. I spoke with Eric some, that Charles, charming him was not what I expected it to be. I don't know, it's just the Seraphina. I've told you about her. You weren't there when I first met her. You were already taken out of the nightmare, but this Kalishtar quarry bond, I don't know if there's an equivalent for it, but it's surprising and unsettling, and I don't know. I didn't start meditating until you taught me. I don't know what's normal.
Well, normal, Dane, is whatever you make it. Both here and in the planes that we don't understand. Brandon, quick history rebuff for me. Because I think Kwansang would know a little bit about them, but Drew doesn't. The Kalishtar, I'm familiar with them, correct? To what extent?
Let's see. Yeah, give me a history check. This isn't
Okay.
an easy roll.
Sure. +5. It's not terrible. A 22. And it's about as good as I can roll outside of natural 20.
Mm-hmm. With a 22, go ahead and give me a religion check as well.
Okay.
It's tied together.
23.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Nice.
They're both +5. I love being a jack of all trades.
From what you know, the Kalishtar live within Seleos, which is a continent where it is very overgrown with nature. There are many dangerous beasts there that are sometimes 10 times larger than normal beasts.
Okay.
The Kalishtar themselves are mostly peaceful people who worship Dizithri, the Dreamwalker. Being a people tied to the realm of dreams, they are in a constant struggle to defend against Calicor the Nightmare, which is one of the corrupted gods. Dizithri being one of the most important of the immortals for the mortal races, protects the mortals from essentially being corrupted within their own dreams, a place where they cannot physically defend themselves. And they devote their worship towards Dizithri, and have even been known to travel physically into the realm of dreams to visit the prismatic palace where he resides.
Okay. My time spent in Soleos, although short, I learned quite a bit about the Kalishtar name. Things that maybe will help you long term. I would say that the next time you commune with this, what was her name?
Seraphina.
Seraphina. Next time you commune with Seraphina, ask her about Dizithri and the Crystal Palace where he resides.
Crystal Palace. That's... Brandon, am I remembering correctly? When I was dead, did I see the Crystal Palace?
The prismatic palace. Yes, the prismatic palace you saw.
Prismatic
Sorry.
Oh
Sorry.
wow, what was that noise?
I was
Right.
close.
You do remember seeing it across an iridescent sky with hundreds of creatures and almost like millions of souls traveling across a beautiful hillscape.
I've seen the Prismatic Palace when I was dead, when that lightning bolt killed me from the hag. I met with Narina. I thought I was in some sort of afterlife, but you're saying that's some sort of dream place.
That's not for me to say, Dane. But I think there's more that's being revealed to you than even you know yet.
That's just maddeningly unhelpful. Thank you, Konseng. I'm sorry. I won't keep you anymore. We've had quite a bit of screen time now.
Well, now it's my turn to
Aye.
try and commune.
I
Please go to sleep, Dane.
can't sleep in myself.
Okay.
As he falls asleep, I say, it's already weird that Persea never does.
I miss when I used to have a crazy high constitution save, so I could just miss a night of sleep and not worry about it.
I miss not having to sleep.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Are you talking about in D&D or like IRL? I miss being able to pull like a two-nighter.
I never pulled that off.
I don't think I could pull an all-nighter now.
Oh no.
I hit 3:30 and it's like a dead wall.
When we went to that 2 a.m. showing of Infinity War, I think that was Drew and Brandon. Was that us three?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that kicked my butt for 4 days. I did not recover. Anyway,
There's some more insight into our lives.
yeah. I'm sleepy.
All right, I'll take my turn on the watch.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Yeah, and I want to note too that if it seems safe for a long enough period of time, I will probably like meditate and try to connect with Halos as much as possible.
Sure.
Perception 24.
Okay. Keeping an eye out. You can see that at this point, as Dane said before, the moonlight is very, very present. And in fact, it's nearly full as well. It is. Well, actually, no. It's half full. Sorry.
Nearly over half full.
Nearly over half full. We're being optimistic here, so.
Right.
You gotta look at the moon half full.
Yeah. Nothing seems to catch your attention in the way of, wayward guards, imminent dangers, nothing like that. And so you find a space on the ground where you can safely meditate. You begin to drift off. As you close your eyes, your breathing slows, your mind clears.
Your heart stops.
And suddenly, as you reach that moment of bliss, there is this almost nearly violent nudge against your shoulder. Hey, knock knock, is anyone home?
Pickles, you know that meditation is necessary for our people.
Yeah, okay, listen. I've been feeling like a really weird vibe between us, and I feel like maybe something's going on with you.
With me,
Mhm.
Pickles, you've literally tried to kill us the last 3 days.
See, I don't remember it that way.
Pickles, you made mechanisms for your hooves.
Oh,
It was
so
very-
dangerous, yeah.
Pickles, what kind of mechanisms have you made?
Well, see, I made this bomb, and he pulls out a bomb from his satchel.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
What do you plan to use that bomb on?
Blowing things up. What else? I mean, what kind of questions are these?
I knew.
I'm
you
beginning
were
to think
making
that
a
you're the one that was awakened.
bomb. I knew it was a bomb. I even said it 2 episodes ago.
He looks at the
I said he'd be-
camera.
I knew you knew they were there. Because it's really good to get to talk to you. Because we have been family for so long. But you can't keep doing things that put us in danger. That's Dane's job.
See, that confuses me. Because it seems like you guys get into danger all the time. So, what is the right danger and what's the wrong danger?
Wrong danger is intentional danger. The danger we get into is most of the time on accident.
Keep hearing my name.
Go back to sleep.
There's a pillow that's pressed against your face
And I'm gonna roll a new character.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Pickles. You're just killing random people. No, Pickles, I understand that what you have seen seems to be a part of the plan, but I promise you that every plan we've made so far has never worked how we thought it was going to work. I don't want you in danger because I don't want you hurt. I might know the name of my parents now, but you are the only family that I have. Oh, you're ugly.
What?
He just turns over to Dane's corpse and just, hey, you're ugly.
God, you're an
flies,
eyesore.
like coming out of his mouth.
Right. God.
He says, I don't know, there's all these rules. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Things were much simpler when I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. You were always kind of smart.
Yeah,
Now you're just really smart.
but it seems like the things I do make you upset, and I don't know.
Not upset, Pickles. Protective.
I just don't know how you can tell what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. I do things that are fun and happy, and I see you guys killing things and fighting things, and that looks badass. So I want to do that too, but sometimes it's bad to do that, and I can't tell the difference.
Well, usually an easy indicator is wait until we're fighting it. That's going to be an easy one. Sometimes, maybe we should come up with like a code word or something. I don't know. It's still
how do you
confusing
tell?
to me too. Well, usually I wait for one of these guys to start something. Otherwise...
So if someone bumps into me, I can kill them, right?
Rondon rolls over and accidentally nudges Pickle's foot.
It's like
Pillow again.
it's like the meme with like the laser eyes, you know, like the...
Yeah.
Dad, is it now? Is it now, Dad?
Made it better that you lagged out for a second on my end. It was like, Dad, is it now? It was like a robot. How do I know? That was a question he asked, right?
He
Oh, no,
asked-
he said, if something bumps me, can I kill them?
Yeah.
Well, usually I don't start at killing. It's only if they're trying to kill us. So, like, usually bumping into somebody, you just say, excuse me. It's weird, I know. Do you remember our time with the monks, Pickles?
Yeah. Now
lot
looking
of
back at it, they would laugh at us a lot.
Yeah, they would laugh at us a lot. And a lot of the things that we've been forced to do in these last 4 months, I fear the day I have to repent for those things. We've done it in the name of protecting our friends. May the gods show us favor. But I don't want to be like the ones who intend to hurt us. That's why I spend so much time meditating, Pickles. I have to remember who I am.
I can't remember who I am. Or maybe I do, but maybe that's not me anymore.
I don't think it is. Are you okay with that?
I think so. It's all so confusing now. There's all these decisions to make.
Maybe when we take this place over, we'll give you a better opportunity to make some good decisions. Put you in a better position for success.
There's a lot to learn.
You should start meditating. You used to sit alongside me while I did. But you have thoughts now. And thoughts need to be controlled.
It is awful noisy up here. He points with his hoof.
It's very noisy. I understand completely. Just know this, Pickles. As noisy as it is, and I grab his hoof and I put it up there. You are not a slave to your thoughts. You choose what to do.
He rests his large mule head like on your head and your shoulder. You feel like the weight of it.
You are still one of the best things to ever happen to me. Thanks for all your years of being my companion. And I break his neck.
Oh, shit!
What you get for suffocating people, man.
He was too dangerous.
Idiot, you let your guard down.
Right.
You can see some liquid welling up, just building up at the lower eyelid there.
Yeah, and so I just got to wrap my arms around him and give him a big hug and tell him, now I am going to try and do some more meditation. You're free to join. In your first few times, you might not be successful. But we have a little bit of time before the others wake up. Let's use it wisely.
I'll put the kettle on.
Good plan. And I reach into my bag and I pull out let's do Grovewood tea.
Okay.
What are the effects of that?
It's calming and it's calming and restoration.
All right.
Felt like it made sense for this one.
All right. Eventually, Pickles with his grasping apparatuses manages
I chuckle
to
watching him.
Yeah, manages to put the kettle on, serve the both of you tea, and you take the rest of your watch to calmly sip and sit, and Pickles shuffles,
Yeah.
not quite getting the hang of it, but he commits nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
And you spend that last watch a little, your bond a little more fortified than it had been before.
Right.
And eventually everyone wakes up as the rest is over. You have completed a long rest.
Hey.
You guys ready to fuck shit up?
Oh,
Sorry, I lost my accent in the morning. Oh, guys, ready to fuck shit up? I can't.
It's like a
It's hard
radio tuner. It's like woo woo.
Oi, you ready? Nope, that's not the one.
Stupid thing.
perfect.
Oh, so I prepared that spell that will bring that I can bring 8 pixies with us. I have the components I need for it. They have a few spells they can cast. They can cast polymorph, or they can cast a spell of confusion. So they can do like an illusion spell that is indiscernible to someone who fails to understand it. What's our plan? Should I try and polymorph Tim so we can take out everyone else?
We can try.
I think that's. Oh, by the way, Brandon, I'm saying it out loud. I am resistant to lightning damage. Is the damage I'm choosing? That's a new feature with my level.
Okay, perfect. For the sake of flavor, describe how your body changes to that choice.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, my skin after this long rest, my skin is a little more pale, and just every now and then there's sort of a little spark that just shows up, just very infrequently, a little spark coming off of my skin where exposed skin is. So it's mostly my face and neck and hands, because everything else is kind of covered. Just a little faint spark in that purplish color.
Got this sort of energy to you there, Eric. Must have got some real good sleep to you.
Yeah, surprisingly good sleep. Thanks, Rondon.
I mean, you did pass out hard after that, I think. I don't know. Honestly, that my few hours of watch was a blur.
You slept through your watch, didn't you, Rondon?
No.
Oh, Rondon.
No, I swear, I count ants. I at least count 5. There's 5 ants on the ground.
Rondon, when you take and watch, you have a responsibility to be present and focused.
I was focused. Those ants, those were traitor ants. You don't know.
Rondon, why is that mop next to you?
Oh, what mop? I throw it out the window.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I put a hand over his mouth and just wait to see if anything responds.
You hear some rats scurrying.
Enemy rats. I knew it.
I draw the great sword.
We're going to report to a rat overlord.
Dang it. Another side quest.
Again?
So, if they are successful in polymorphing Tim, does he have the ability to shake that effect off, or is that does that last for a certain amount of time?
I Let me double check my notes. Polymorph. It's concentration up to 1 hour. The target assumes the hit points of its new form. It reverts if that form drops to 0 hit points or if the caster loses concentration. Or until the hour is up.
Right, sure. Then, yeah, getting Tim off the battlefield while we deal with his guards and assistants and whoever else he's got in there. Boy, that seems like that would be huge.
I think so. Now, if I summon 8 of these pixies, they'll each be able to cast it once, which will give, hopefully wear down his defenses. Is the meta way that I want to say. Hopefully, he'll fail one of his saving throws, and then we can perhaps get him out of harm's way so that no one attacks him or accidentally hurts him.
And having some backups in case he has spellcasters like Charles who can undo the effect. Being able to put it back on him would be great.
If we use all 8 at once, it's done. If it takes all 8, there's no more.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
They each get to cast it once per day.
Gotcha.
So if the first one works and there's 7 more uses of it,
Right.
But
well, I think it's a good plan. And hopefully there were a couple guards up on the roof when we were there last night, right?
we'll just drop them.
I worry about an alarm being set off. I'd like to dispatch people quickly and quietly before any reinforcements can show up.
No, I literally dropped them.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
These Dane clans.
You didn't know I went to fight school?
We don't talk about fight school. I know for a fact you didn't go to fight school. Rule number 1 of fight school is never talk about fight school.
Why talk about fight school, Guansang? Stop it.
I went to wood school.
Dave, shut up about wood school too. We'll talk about it.
Now, if it's something small that we'd polymorph Tim into, one of the pixies can probably just zip down, pick him up, and go out through a crack somewhere. And that way, if there is another spellcaster, they won't have line of sight, and they won't be in range. Because the pixies can fly 120 feet. Holy crap!
Wow.
Pixies?
Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong stat block.
Let's say.
I was on something else. 30 feet. They can fly 30 feet.
That sounds more like it.
So I was gonna say they could just fly Tim up and just release a spell, drop him.
Oh God!
That's what I was saying.
Straight into the sky, as high as they can go.
All right. So, how far did we travel from when we were at the front door?
It would have been maybe like a 15 to 20 minute jaunt.
Okay. So once I summon these, I can keep them for an hour. I should summon them here right before we leave.
Yeah, the hut would be gone now. It lasts 8 hours, and we did a full long rest. So we're just sitting in the building right now.
Well, I'm going to try and polymorph him. What if he succeeds all his saving throws? What's plan B?
Plan B is we get Rondon next to him. And Rondon does what Rondon does best.
Go head first, eyes straight down to the floor. Don't look where I'm going. And swing. And swing.
He
Swing.
learned that from his father.
He is the best teacher in the whole town.
He's a teacher, too.
To me, he is.
Oh, okay. I thought he taught it at your wood school or something.
Oh, he didn't have to teach me how to be a lumberjack. I mean, you don't get this strong just by not learning how to cut wood. Duh, Dean.
That makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking.
You're supposed to be a smart one.
You overestimate me.
You underestimate yourself.
You started it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, all right. That's no more planning.
We planned enough.
All right. So I'm going to hold. I'm going to keep one cluster of berries. Put the other 3 in a corner here. I'm not going to put them in my bag so they get squished, but I'm going to hold on to one cluster, and I am going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings. And I'm going to summon 8 pixies.
Pesky, pesky, pesky movie.
And I'm going to explain to them. All right, I need you to travel with us, but before we go inside, turn invisible. Get in the room with us. When we start fighting, as soon as you can, I need you to go one by one and try to polymorph the leader. He's the one with the goat horns and goes by the name of Tim. If before that Tim casts a spell on one of us, I want one of you just try and dispel it. That might be crucial. And then we'll go from there. And that's the instructions I'll give before we walk away.
Okay. All right, so and you were walking away towards the entrance, towards the audience chamber.
I feel like we should specify something more specific, but yes.
Keeping under whatever cover there is between
Right.
point A and point B.
Okay. So I need everyone to make a series of stealth checks. Okay, we'll start from the left. Drew.
$27.
Mac.
Plus 2, 17.
Mike.
20.
And Tyler.
14.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13, because Dane has a +0 to his dexterity.
All right. Hrisea rolled a 15, and Pickles got an 8.
Oh, pickles. told him to train.
You should have just been on all fours instead of like being bipedal.
Yeah, Pickles.
As you progress towards the audience chamber, you can sense that some of the patrolling bandit guards see you sneaking by. But they don't seem to do anything.
Don't like that. Brandon, are we supposed to be? I opened the Trask. Am I supposed to be in that yet?
No.
This is the audience chambers.
I mean, you can be, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
Why do you think that they didn't stop us?
They must know we're here.
And we're going where they want us to go. I suddenly feel like we're walking into a trap.
Probably not a trap. I think they're pretty confident they can kill us. It's not a trap. It's more like we're feeding them dinner.
Which is still kind of a trap.
No, a trap would catch us by surprise. We're not surprised.
Because we know it's a trap, it's no longer a trap.
Exactly.
All right. So, if they know we're coming, should we try talking first?
A double trap, you're right. Where are those spider eggs? Rondon, open your bag.
What?
They'll never see this coming.
What's in my bag, Quan saying?
Dane put spider eggs in there.
Dane!
What? One thing.
Guys, we don't have time for this. Dane, you're gonna have to get the spider eggs out of my backpack.
Pickles
right
told
after.
him not to. And he said, "Don't do it, Dane." I looked at Pickles and I wink.
Pickles just goes,
I'm very proud of your maturity there, Pickles.
He's growing.
I can tell. Dane, we're gonna have to talk after this.
You and I are certainly going to have a talk.
Alright. Right now we need to go in there, either kiss ass or kick ass. So, and I'm not gonna kiss anyone's ass.
Just make them think that we knew that they were trying to trap us.
Now, here's a thing that I just realized.
What if he kills us?
Then they get to keep the fort. Fair play. And also the world ends because the gods have decided that we're the ones who can do something about it. The pixies were just whispering in my ear. They said, but in a much higher voice than that. They said,
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! The pixies are Swedish now.
Yep.
Pixies can also only speak Sylvan.
So did they
Okay,
actually
Tyler was
whisper?
looking at the stat block. They can cast fly. Also, I think with the conjure woodland beings, it's like they can understand me or something.
They can understand your commands, but they can't speak to you with you understanding.
They can speak to me.
Okay. They can cast a fly spell.
Okay.
There's 8 of them.
Were those holes in the roof that we were scouting through, were those big enough that we could come down through them?
Brandon?
Yes.
And if you turn us invisible,
I can only get 4 of us.
right?
Well, I mean, we don't want Pickles in the fight. I mean, no offense, Pickles. I don't know what your combat level is, nor if you can even hold yourself up in a fight.
I know he knows how to stunning strike.
They'll never expect the donkey.
They never do.
Walk in on all fours, catch them by surprise.
So maybe Pickles goes up and knocks on the door, and when they're so surprised that there's a donkey, that's when we attack.
Right.
What's the word? Gosh darn it, I just lost it.
Trap?
Double trap. I wanted to say assassination, but
Basically. So are we doing invisible then? Because that still leaves, if we don't turn Pickles invisible, that still leaves Presea.
We
Or
still
one of
have
us.
right.
So 5. I could do the angel thing again, and that could be fun for me. To show up and then imagine I just point the sword at them, and then suddenly it's just death.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Yes.
Death and Pickles.
angel and a donkey.
I
heard a
do
story
like that.
once. I heard a story once. There was an angel blocking a road, and the donkey said to his master, it said, "Hey, why are you beating me? There's an angel in the room." I forgot how it went.
Close enough.
I was the donkey in the story. I'm badly beaten up. Anyways,
So what's
Let's
the
do
plan, guys?
yeah.
We're just
All right.
We walked past those guys, and they're like, "Wait, hold on. Why didn't they stop us? Like, what's the deal?" Just kind of stand straight up. Like, all right, huddle up.
All right. Let's go with that plan. Dan, you can angel shape. Eric, invisible us.
before we do this, I want to do one last thing. The guards didn't stop us.
No,
I'm gonna ask them why.
not a bad idea.
Guess it can't hurt. It's not like they don't know we're here.
All right. So I approach a guard, hands up. I don't want to hurt you, but usually people walking around in camps, you stop them. Are we expected?
You could say that. We've had enough time to piece together that there's some kind of attack, and there have been reports of flying men. We found Charles's body in the secret tunnel.
Charles.
Did say it was a
Snitched.
secret tunnel, and I want it on the record. It was the flying man who killed him. So
You dick.
okay.
So, we've been ordered not to attack you. In fact, there's a request for your audience.
Is this a trap?
Oh, totally. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll shoot you. I can't believe you just asked.
If it's a trap, you have to tell us it's
Right.
a trap. Yeah, it's the rules.
It's like that. It's like Legally Blonde. You ask a bunch of questions in quick succession, and then you ask the one right at the end that.
Right.
No, so he says, I honestly couldn't tell you. I just follow orders.
kind of fair. So this Tim, before I go in there,
Oh wait,
just out of curiosity,
I wouldn't use that name.
what do you mean?
He hates it when you use that name.
What should I call him?
Just call him the Great Conqueror.
What's your name?
He like looks around to his like guard buddies, almost
Yo,
like
what's my name?
asking for approval. He says, "I don't want to say."
What did you say? You're about 6 foot?
Super strong.
I guess, yeah.
I'll tell him that the 6 foot guard outside of the doors told me to call him Tim. And we'll figure out everything else from there.
Make a deception check or an intimidation check. This would be.
Intimidation?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, actually, not too bad. 19.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm
Natural
pretty
one.
sure my...
No.
So he says, "Hey, listen. We don't need to resort to that. I mean, we're all. I guess we're not friends, but what would you say we are?" And he turns over to his friends. I don't know. I mean, maybe like acquaintances. I mean, they did kill our people, and they just turn around and start talking and muttering amongst themselves, kind of like just discussing like the semantics of the question.
As they're saying those little things like killing our people, I'm like, in our defense, you did attack us. We were just trying to figure out how to get our base. And then I kind of bounce back out.
And the other guy goes, "Well, you know, he has a really good point," and they just keep going. All right, fine. I'll tell him. It's Carl. With a K. People tend to spell it wrong.
Perfect. Carl. I feel like first name basis, I'm Quan saying, we're starting to become really good friends. I just need to know.
So it's CW.
Oh God, I can't believe you just do that.
Carl, I like you. I'm going to ignore you trying to spell. Carl, I need to know, does he want to kill us?
Oh, I don't know. He just said he wanted to see you.
Did he sound angry?
No, he sounded mysterious. He always sounds mysterious.
All right, Carl. I'll be sure to tell him. What's that guy's name behind you?
That's Bobbert.
I'll be sure to tell him Bobbert's the one who told me to call him Tim, but you corrected Bobbert and that you should get a raise.
Hell yeah, get fucked, Bobbert. And he's like, "What the fuck, man?"
And then I turn to Pickles and I say, see, this is the kind of fun we can have sometimes. Not all the time. And I start to walk back to the group.
Okay.
Poor Bobbert.
Well,
He just wants to talk to us. Might want to kill us. Carl has no idea.
Wait, who's Carl?
Bobbert, on the other hand. I know, stupid name. Bobbert, on the other hand. That guy's a problem.
I could kill myself.
hold on.
No, wait, no.
What's with the names in this place? Charles, Tim, Bobbert, Carl. What happened to normal names like Sylvana and
I know.
Troy?
Toyota Corolla.
Torin and Caldor and Nanheel. What kind of where's the normal names like that? Who are these people? Where are they from?
I mean, they're kind of from the rough side of town. We don't want to look down on them. I mean, it might come to a surprise, but I also am one with a a different name, a weird name.
Donnie, you've got a perfectly normal name.
It's okay, Dan. You can admit it. It is a
Hey,
weird
look,
name.
Your name isn't Charles. Can't even say it, Charles.
You're right. It comes out of the mouth all like gross, like cha.
I look at
Char.
Eric and I go, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Quantum, I can't believe you'd be so rude to her.
Are we gonna go talk to this guy or what?
No, I want to have the dialogue for at least another hour.
Right. We're killing time until Carla gets back. What kind of name is that? Carla.
With a
That's
K.
so funny.
Right.
Can't even say it.
All right. Hey, invisible pixies. We're gonna talk first.
Be
The second that Tim starts to do something, just polymorph. Just try and
Maybe, maybe tell them the second he tries to do something mean, because
that's
something
point.
is a very broad stroke
Right.
for pixies.
you understood the context, but that they don't have the same cultural.
They're making fun of you, you know.
That everyone does. I'm used to it.
They're talking about your funny little braids. Stop. That's rude.
They're actually
I
quite disturbing, if I can be honest with you. You can hear Persea pipe up.
My
I-
braids? What's wrong with?
No,
Dean,
that's,
there's nothing wrong with your braids.
It's the pixies.
I reach for the knife to cut the braid off. Oh, I threw
No.
it away downstairs. That's right.
no, the pixies. They're
Oh, really?
back home. They are, well, respected, feared, and wretched creatures. If you could only
So
hear what
that's-
they're saying, Quan saying you can understand a little bit, right?
Just enough to know that I wouldn't want to be on their bad side.
All right. So when the Great Conqueror, the one with the goat horns that we talked about, if he makes any sort of hostile action, that's when you want to do the thing. Aye?
I drink the blood of children.
What kind of pixies did you?
I'll take that as a yes. I don't know what you said, but it was a response. So
We shake our
in,
head.
in
yes.
Sylvan, they just said that they would be more than happy to follow your orders.
That's just what Sylvan sounds like.
Judging by the mannerisms.
Oh, dear God.
it's that girl from Pitch Perfect again.
Yeah. I ate my sibling in the womb.
I set fire to feel joy. All right,
That-
then I guess I think all my bases are covered. I am ready to walk into this trap.
Yeah. Listen, Carl said it wasn't a trap, or at least he wasn't sure. Let's go. And I push the front doors open and walk in. Almighty Conqueror!
You slam the doors open, and immediately what you notice is that he is the only one in the chamber. Sitting at the far end of the room, it is just him sitting at that throne within the audience chamber. This long black robe with this kind of red trimming, this kind of cap that he wears with these goat-like horns that curl outward, and some kind of beautifully ornate black and gold staff with some kind of red jewel that spins and scintillates with colors. And he says, "Now thank you all for joining me. I've been looking forward to speaking with you all, but just allow me to make my introduction. There are some who call me, and that's what we'll pick up next time.
Gosh, dang it!
Excellent.
Genius.
Sorry, Carlo, we couldn't stall anymore.
I tried.
I mean, we really tried to waste a bunch of time.
We can do this.
I wasn't doing it on purpose, but
I was joking.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Those of you who are still here, those of you who stopped by, and those of you who watch our stuff after the fact, we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for the bits, the donations, the subscriptions, all of it. We appreciate it. This stream was brought to you by the Center for Suicide Awareness. All funds from this month will be donated to that organization, that center, to raise awareness for suicide prevention. Check up on your friends, give them a hug, save a life.
And it directly ties into today's sponsor, forehead kisses. Kiss your homies on the forehead. As well, the artwork that you see here in the corner, it's off to my right. Your left on the screen. Sorry, I am tired. That was done by Donnie Durdunkleton. You can find him on Twitter at Donnie Durdunkle. If you also just go into the chat and type in the command artists, you can see all the artists that contributed to our stream. As well, you got contributing art from Stephanie Brown with Offbeat Worlds and also Miley Taniguchi. You can find her at both of them at Offbeat Worlds on Instagram, and then for Miley at Tanny Maichi. As well, the music in between, well, I don't say this enough, is done by Aiden Chan. You can find him on Twitter, I believe. This is probably his most active Dungeon Maestro, or just find him on YouTube. He's done some really great work.
He's so talented.
Yeah, I think he's done some stuff for Critical Role, I believe, as well. So if you like any or all of them, give him a follow, give him a like, and most importantly, also give him a commission. We like to support artists around here. You can also find us on multiple social media platforms. Just type in flow.page/RNG Presents to find everything where you need to find us.
Right. Yep. And we're still on our way to 60 followers. We're at 58 currently. At one point we thought we were there, but according to our page it says 58. That's okay. You can help us get there. Just simply share our socials, not our socials, or all of our socials, whatever, do it. Share our Twitch page on your socials because it helps us grow. It gets us in front of your people. And if you like us, hopefully they like us. And also, we don't do this enough. Huge shout out to our DM who puts together all of our campaigns and does a great job. Brando, we love you. And also to all of our nerdy voice actors who do a great job, including myself, and that's hard to do sometimes. So we have a blast doing this for you. Thank you for watching us.
Also, shout out to Carl and fuck Bobbert.
Yeah. Bobbert, that idiot.
Yeah.
Eat some dirt, Bobbert.
He walked right into
Bad
that.
Bobbert.
Jeez.
Walked right
Can't
into
stand that guy.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Farewell and have a pleasant tomorrow.